Patrick Worley from Music Lessons Las Vegas has joined us multiple times over the last 12 months, sharing information on the unique platform he created.
Music Lessons Las Vegas is more than a place to offer or take classes, but the best person to explain it all is the man himself. Hey, Patrick, how you doing?
Hey, guys,
Hey,
good to see you again. I got a joke for you today before
Oh,
we
go
start.
on. Oh, here we go. We love jokes.
I know, right? We're all friends here now, right? So, what's the difference between a musician and a large pizza?
Oh.
Musician and a large
I'd say probably
pizza.
pepperoni.
Pepperoni, maybe. It's actually that a large pizza feeds a family of 4. It's a joke in the industry.
Oh,
Sick bye.
However, we're changing that in
Okay,
MLLV.
that's exactly what. And like Jess alluded to, you know, you've been over the last 12 months. You've been on so many times here on the show. But for anyone who is not familiar or hasn't heard about it yet, how would you best explain, you know, Music Lessons?
Yeah, very quickly. I'm a professional musician myself. What most musicians do is teach privately. I would say 85–90% of them. And so I built my own studio. I know how to do it, and I've created a platform that connects the local musicians to the local market looking for lessons too. And you can, if you're looking for lessons, you can go to lessonslasvegas.com and talk to a teacher that might interest you directly and see if they're a good fit.
Perfect.
Yeah, now what makes you the guy to really do all of this, and your background, what is that, and how does that really come together to help people on the platform?
Yeah, we've never actually talked about that, so I appreciate that question for sure. So, I'm not only a musician, but I spent about a decade, I'll give you a quick background about that. I spent a decade working in the Nashville scene. So I have experience working in the studios, supporting country and rock artists. I've actually taught some people that have written most played songs of the year and stuff like that. And I've worked as a musician, also like touring around and things like that. I've taught in academia. I've taught at a couple of universities here and in Utah as well. But I've also, already taught privately, and I know what the problems are that most musicians face because of that, as well as having a business background too. I have a music business degree as well as a music degree. So,
we've been on. We've really covered like the website itself, the kind of musicians you work with, other entities, representatives, and organizations that you've partnered with. But I don't think we've ever talked about how you actually came up with the idea, or. I don't think we've ever asked you that, how you came up with it.
No, it's another one that I'm happy to talk about. So, the Lessons Las Vegas used to be my own site, but I got so many students off of it that I couldn't use it anymore. I basically maxed out on students, but I had the online real estate, so, what do I do with this now? So my idea with this was to flip it into a business that really helps musicians with the site itself as the anchor to it. So what it does is it allows them to build their own student base and actually have ownership in it. My whole attitude when I was building my own students base was, well, you can go to a third party and give up half your money to 85% of all your money, or you can just get the student yourself. And that's essentially what I'm offering the musicians through.
Yeah. You mentioned MLLV was created to really solve problems and to assist with musicians living well, really. So what exactly are those problems? I know you started with the joke earlier as well that kind of set the tone for that, but kind of walk us through what that experience is like.
We just got a 5-minute spot, guys, so I'll try to do it. I'll try to do it quick.
It's not therapy session.
I know, right? Yeah, I'll hit it real quick here. So, working as a working musician, your gig is going to go away if you don't have ownership in it. And I think some of the musicians here kind of experience that with their shows closing or during COVID, for example. I have been on a lot here relaunching the site in the last year and a half, but it actually launched right before COVID, so it helped out a whole lot of people during that time. So musicians lose stuff like that. If you don't have your own student base, you're kind of at the whims of the third party that's dictating that, the people that get you students. So you're at the whims of whatever they want to pay you. They can stop getting you students with it, things like that. I said I was taught in academia earlier too. There's a lot of people, even with doctorates, that went all the way through to find out that there aren't really any jobs in that, and you have to teach adjunct faculty, which is just supplementary versus a tenure track position. So, I know friends that have a doctorate in music that are $200,000 in debt, and they can't find a job with it. So MLLV is designed to give musicians a safeguard to that and give them a way around problems like that.
Yeah, you mentioned we've only got 5 minutes, so we're wrapping up. So do you have a closing message for musicians or people looking to take lessons or other leaders in the arts who might want to get involved with the platform?
Totally. So the people that are looking, for lessons, I'll just say really quickly, this is probably the only way where you can actually talk to people that you're interested in with lessons and find them easily. If you go through another third party, you're going to be dealing with an intermediary, so you don't even know if you're going to get along with them. Right. The great thing that we offer is that you can talk to the person and see if they're a good fit and try it out. And if they're not, there's plenty of other great musicians on the site too.
Perfect.
And for the musicians, real fast, you don't have to be a broke musician anymore. There's a way around that. I've designed something and I've taken care of all the business side for them. They just have to make use of it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us, Patrick, as always.
It's always a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, whether you're a musician, someone looking to learn, or have a music event to promote, there are so many ways to use and benefit from Music Lessons Las Vegas.
To find out more about the site and how it can work for you, simply head to lessonslasvegas.com.